Okay, perfect. This ledge granary is finally empty. Holy smokes. And we get some rubble stone back for that, so that'll help. This place still has a bunch of stuff, so that's going to take a while to empty this out. But I think we can get this burgage plot in. We can get a few in right here without having to destroy that anyways. Let's go ahead and complete our road, and then we'll start building some burgage plots here. Are these? No, we still have one more. We have one more person to move in right here, and then we can do that. Yeah, unfortunately we're getting rained on, and our stuff's going to deteriorate because we don't have enough storage. These guys are not quite done upgrading. It's okay. We have a lot of linen, so if we lose some clothing over it, it's not the end of the world. Okay, there we go. There are clothing articles in storage now. It's not getting deleted. That's a good sign. We're still cleaning this storage out, so linen will be gone. Gambesons are gone. There's still nothing in terms of clothing and... Oh, no, I take it back. It's there. Yeah, they're putting clothing in. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to basically take care of the last issue that we were having. Now we're having issues with fruit. We ran out of fruit. Yeah, that sucks. These aren't fully matured trees, so we still have... It's still possible that this would be enough to satisfy what we have, but as I said before, we'll probably end up putting fruit in both of these anyways. So, yeah, I think we have to. But maybe not yet. Let's make sure we get all this stuff cleaned up. Okay, no, actually we did. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Why don't we pull these laborers back out? We can keep probably 1 or 2 in there. I think 1's probably fine for now, and then we'll adjust it later. What do we want to do here? This one, did we disallow? No, we allowed fuel. Let's not allow fuel here, and we'll allow fuel over on this side. There we go. Charcoal, firewood. Actually, not firewood, only charcoal, because I don't want any firewood ending up back here. It should pretty much all be here. And then for every 1 wood we cut down, we get 2 charcoal. I don't want the firewood to come over here and end up in the marketplace. So that should be good. Their only job is to collect charcoal and distribute it. Probably don't need 2 families, but we'll do 2 families for now just so we can get it out. Okay, everything is looking good. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this. We still need to get everything out of here. Why are you not taking the shields and stuff? What's going on? Are you allowed to? You are allowed to. They must be a little bit busy then. Transporting iron slab. Okay, no, they are doing it. Okay, so yeah, they just need time. They need time, and then they'll get everything out. You know what we could do is start to set up our iron production. That would probably speed it up. So the bloomeries, we could fit some bloomeries down the middle. We also need a smithy. I know you can produce tools with your burgage plots, with your blacksmith, but I feel like I want to have somebody dedicated just to tools, and then we'll probably increase the efficiency of these buildings. So if you look at like our woodcutter, you can increase this and you'll chew up more tools per year, but you'll get a lot more efficiency out of it. And if we have an infinite supply of iron anyways, then it probably doesn't matter too much, and we'll just have somebody dedicated to it. So that's what I'm thinking we can do here. So we'll probably have like 1 smithy, maybe I don't know, 2 or 3 bloomeries. We need more than that, I think. All right, this is what we're going to do. I've widened the streets here a little bit, so it's not going to line up perfectly. Oh, and I deleted the internal ones. Let's rebuild that. I lined these up so that there's exactly enough room to get the burgage plots with extension, the backyard extensions. So I'm going to build 1 industry right here, 1 industry right here, and we'll have the final production processing on this side. So what I mean by that is we'll have a duplex right here, just enough room for a duplex. This will be some kind of smithy. We'll do another smithy. Maybe we'll do like maybe 2 smithies. I can tighten that up a little bit. But anyways, we'll do smelting right here. We can have storage that is specifically for that. So we'll get a storage like right here. Yeah, let me get this laid out and we'll come back. So there we have it. That is going to be 2 duplexes facing this way. Well, these will be both for smithing. Actually, you know what? Shoot. Maybe a duplex is not a good idea, because that implies we have to do all the production in that one of one specific good. If we were to do, so say for example, if we have a single, we can choose whatever product we want. If we have 2 singles, we can choose 2 different products. If we have a duplex, we double up on 1 product, but we can't produce multiple types. So maybe it's actually better just to do that. Yeah, see, like this. But then the problem is we can actually fit more families in here. So yeah, let me do the duplexes. I'll just keep it to what the original plan was. I spent way more time than I was hoping to spend on this, but I deleted this road that was kind of outlining the river. Not really that big of a deal. So here's what we've got. We've got 2 burgage plots for tier 2 that we're going to take up to tier 2. They're both duplexes. We've got a storehouse and 4 bloomeries and 1 smithy. So the smithy is just going to be dedicated to making tools. Yeah, I don't think we need a full burgage plot just for that. So we'll just have somebody running the smithy to produce tools full time. And then from here, we're going to produce... Oh, actually, yeah, no, I think this is fine. So we could produce some kind of weapon that we can sell. We also need to mass produce weapon parts, or the iron parts, if we want to produce the, what do you call it? The bowyer. So if we want to produce crossbow bolts. Actually, if we want to do that, we definitely need to get another duplex then. Let me make another one real quick. There we go. There's a third one, and yeah, so they're going to be producing crossbows, and then we'll keep this one open to produce something else. I don't know what we'll produce, but we'll leave it open for now because I think we'll probably have the burgage plot face this way and then have this as another center of production. So that should be good. Let's get all this stuff built. We still have quite a bit of time before harvesting season. All right, there we have it. And we're starting to get people moving in. Let's get these upgraded right away. And we're not going to do the duplex just yet. We'll save that until we absolutely need it. Same thing. I haven't checked this in a while, but I think we're okay. Yeah, it's producing a lot. We actually don't have any more barley. Yep, we're out of barley. So we processed everything. We've got 22 workers available. And obviously we're going to need to move them back and forth from the farming. We should probably get some more fields up. I think that would make the most sense. And also, we should probably do regional farming. So we should limit these guys. I don't want them to have unlimited work area. They should be working the fields right in front of them with a little bit of overlap maybe. Because I think that might have been why they're just not performing as they're supposed to. Yeah, I think maybe we loaded up on one side a bit too much, and then I don't know. We'll try it. I'm not going to do it yet. But when we automate this and we leave it and start working on the other regions, then we'll probably start doing that. I mean, we could do it anytime. I'm mostly just stalling for no particular reason, but yeah. And as we're expanding, let's go ahead and put another well out down here. We've got one way up here, and anybody that lives over here is going to need a more efficient source to get to. So, and the water's a little weird, the water table. There's nothing in this center area, so we have to come down here. Or we could put it in the middle of our farms, but I don't really want to do that. All right, now we need to organize our storehouse here. So anything that has to do with producing weapons and metal, we'll allow. I think the planks, should we allow planks here? Shoot. That's one thing I didn't think about. Because planks are used pretty much everywhere. I don't really want this large storehouse to be doing all that. So I think I'm going to allow planks. But the fuel, I mean, it's just a short trip up here to get fuel anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so yeah, iron slabs, iron ore, iron parts, and then all the weapons and armor minus the gambeson. That's what we'll allow here. And then planks. So let's get some people in here. We got storehouse, market stalls turned off. Let's get as many people in there as we can, and then we need to turn off all that stuff from here. So turn off planks. Oh, you know what? Tools. Yeah. I messed up. I should have done it before I did that. Okay, turn all this stuff off. Turn all this stuff off. So what are we even collecting here anymore then? We're not really anything. Yeah, I'll probably have to turn back on the fuel, and then clothes. I don't know if it's going to chew up our clothing or not. We'll see. It seems to be doing okay now, so that's okay. We are 100% covered on clothes and food. Yeah, just about. Let's take a look. Common goods stall. There's the clothing. Okay, so it is, yeah, it's coming in okay. So we're doing all right. What are these guys missing though? Fruits, and that's just going to be a constant theme here, I think, for a while. Can't do much about it. Oh, crap. I think I shorted myself one. I think I need another burgage plot here, a smithy. So one's going to be weapons, one's going to be metal parts, one's going to be crossbows, and then we need another one for armor. We don't have any armor. Weapon parts. Yeah. You know what? Let's not sell crossbows. I can just micro that. That's not a big deal. So if we look at here, crossbows sell for 5. I mean, that's decent, but I'd rather sell the armor. So Helmets sell for 6, mail for 8, but the gambit's in 10. That doesn't make any sense why this sells for 10. That's like probably the best thing in the game to sell. And then in terms of weapons, the sidearm's probably the best one. And then we don't have to fiddle with a bowyer going back and forth for that. That's not a big deal. And then what do the weapon parts sell for? The iron parts sell for 3. Yeah, that's not worth it. Okay, yeah, I'm convinced. Let's just do another one. Or, you know, we could do 2 individuals. That's not a bad idea. And all facing this way, I think that's okay. Let me think about that for a bit, how I'm going to organize this. I'm not 100% sure what we'll put into each of these. All right, here we go. We're getting raided right before harvest. And they're pretty close by. We got, yeah, a little less than a month, so we might be able to clear them out in time. All right, here they come. And we do want to fight right on top of our corpse pits to make it easier for the cleanup afterwards. And they're doing that same thing again. It looks like they're going to try to split up. What if I move off? Try to avoid getting flanked here. So there they go. Yeah, they're still kind of just meandering in. That's fine. Yeah, these guys are going to get crushed pretty quickly, and then we can go over there and flank. Oh, they actually decided to attack them. Oh, we lost. Oh, man, we're losing people now. We have more troops than we did last time, and we're still losing people. All right, yeah, we lost 4 people. The combat in this game is really odd. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of RNG. But anyways, let's get these bodies cleaned up. We'll occupy the church and the corpse pit. We got 12 days. Hopefully that's enough, because we need to get everybody ready to harvest. All right, there we go. We've got all our livestock assigned. So we have, how many left? All right, we've got 8 oxen assigned. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Should be 12. What happened? Is my math wrong? Or is the game just not caught up yet? Because I hit it pause. Let's see if that updates. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, yeah, 12. Perfect. Let's get everybody to their positions. So we're going to have 2 families. Yeah, 2 in each of these farmhouses. And let's see what happens. So harvest happens in 2 days. We're ready to go. All right, here we go. So they should be out in force. What are they doing? Oh, no, they did. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any fields with priority set, so it should be fairly even. Yeah, that's looking good. And the oxen should be picking everything up. As soon as it touches, they should be grabbing it. And there's 8 of them, so there's a lot. And if I recall, they collect 40 each, 30 to 40 each. That's looking pretty good. It's raining again. God, man, why are you always raining? Every time it's harvest season, it rains. Maybe it's not going to damage? Nope, there it goes. Yep, we just freaking lost half of our... Dude, this is so annoying. Every single year. Yep, it damaged Burgage plot stuff too, so it messed up our cabbages. But like I said, we can't really do anything about it. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and get somebody to start handling all the grain. Okay, they're done. I think... No, they're not done harvesting. Why are they not doing this stuff? Okay, let me slow down here and see what's actually going on. So these are all done. These are not done yet. We have only two days left. So likely they're not going to get to this one. Yeah, there they go. They're getting that one. They didn't even touch this field. Why did they not touch that field? We might need to put more labor then if they're not able to get to stuff in time. I really don't know what is going on with these people. We got the majority of everything, but yeah, that was not... And look at that again, 65 wheat. Holy crap, man. It said that we were going to collect like 150. We lost more than half of our harvest. All because of that stupid rain. Damn, man, that's crazy. And it's every year. It's a drought and it's rain every year. So we basically collect half of what we harvest. That's pretty wild. I mean, we're doing okay on food, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's just kind of annoying that we have to deal with that much of a loss. Anyways, let me get some stuff organized here. We got to get through... where did our wheat go? Yeah, we need to convert that wheat over. Oh boy, is it over here already? It's not out on the field, so I don't know where is our wheat. Yeah, it is. It's out on the field. Please pick it up so you don't lose it all. Yeah, for some reason, our oxen are prioritizing plowing rather than getting it up off the floor. I really thought they would do better than that, but they didn't. So back to the drawing board. We'll see. Maybe I need to do zones so that they can all get the stuff closest to them. And these guys are really pissing me off. Yeah, they just stole another chunk of stuff. They stole our pears, which is really bad because we don't really get that many pears. We got 155 this year. That's better than last year. But yeah, still some room to improve there. And then what about cabbages? 286 cabbages. So we're doing quite well in cabbages. All right, I'm going to give it one more year before we add more people. So what I want to do this time is change the work area. So instead of unlimited, we'll make it just in this area right here. So there's 4 Morgans. Yeah, 4 Morgans in there. Same thing here, 4 Morgans. If we have a little bit of overlap, I think that's okay. Now, the big question is, can these two handle all these fields by themselves? And I don't know if that's the case. They might be able to. We're going to have a little bit of overlap, unfortunately. Okay, and what I should probably do... Yeah, I can't really do anything about it. Okay, so these guys are responsible for the north, the middle section, and then the east down here. We'll see if that helps. It may not, but yeah, I don't... What is going on? Yeah, hopefully that does help. All right, now we need to get back to our regular economy because we've got food to process. This stuff's all broken down. That's good. Nope, this one's still going. And this one is done. So we need our bread maker. We need to get some of that barley done. Weaver, and probably back to some of the stuff down here. And why don't we add some more housing down here? We'll do... see what we can do with this. There, so 6 burgage plots. This will be from... Oh, that's small though. 160% average planning cost. That's not very big. You do 5 or 4, and that takes it up to 300. That might actually be better. I think this is fine. We'll just go for smaller fields, more families. I think that's probably the better call. So there we go. We're adding, was that 6 more? 6 more burgage plots. Those will be duplexes, so 12 more families to work. I noticed we were burning through a lot of the bread because it's sitting outside. So this thing produces so fast that we can't keep up with it. So I'm going to throw another worker on the bread granary and see if that helps. Because with the amount of stuff we're losing in the fields, we definitely can't afford to have that happen. So let's get rid of that possibility. And everything else is looking like it's in pretty good shape. So I think we'll just leave everything the way it is for now. We could probably start producing some stuff here. This storehouse is finally done as well. Let's get rid of it. Once that's cleared out, we'll have room to build these houses back. And then I think we need to get more pigs going because I would imagine with the amount of people we're adding, we're probably going to run out of that soon. So pork is at 29. Yeah, that seemed to have helped. So we're still producing a little bit of bread. We're getting about 150 a month. So they need to be able to drain at least 150 a month. So 2 people, that's 4 families with carts. So 40 per trip. I think that's probably fine. They could probably make 2 to 3 trips per month. So I think that's fine. Okay, what else are we short on? Let's go ahead and get our pigs going. This is clear. Let's get more burgage plots up here. Let's go clear out those bandits as well while we're at it. And then we need to upgrade these to level 2 burgage plots so that we can have stronger troops. And then also we'll have more storage so that we shouldn't be hitting that issue. We might need another family to work the granary that's pulling in the veggies. But here we go. Should be able to take these guys out pretty quickly. There's one down. I'm going to clean both of these up and then I'll start organizing this stuff again. Actually, can we... Yeah, these are all ready to go. Try and get them set up for next year, and hopefully we can start planting the trees because they do take a while. There we go. Ooh, another bandit camp spawned on us right as we were about to clear. This one's already cleared. We just need to get the money out of it. And then they literally spawn right on top of us. I've never seen that before. But good timing. We don't have to come out here again. So we'll deal with this. No losses still. Yeah, perfect. We didn't lose anybody. We killed 3 bandit camps with 0 losses. And let's see. We're not quite into double territory, but soon we're going to have to pay double royal tax. And that's going to get very costly. But we're holding on. We've got 4 years. Well, no, it's going to double. Yeah, it's going to double again soon. So we do have to worry about that soon. Let's start getting... Well, shoot. Let's do the pigs first because that's the cheaper one. Let's make sure we can get these going. And they start working immediately as well. So there we go. So all these are converted to pigs. And then we need to start adding the pairs. So 1, 2, and 3. Still need these 3 families to move in. But you know what? Let's just do it right now because they're going to move in soon anyways. So 6 more pair burgage plots. And hopefully that helps. Well, you know what? We have, I think, too many people and not enough service for the tavern. So let's go ahead and upgrade the tavern. Yep, I noticed these guys are not getting it, but everybody else is. And we're going to expand very quickly. We probably need a second tavern, so it's good that we have some room here to grow. We'll get a second tavern right over here. Let's go ahead and get these upgraded. So blacksmith, I know why my math was off. I forgot to include the joiner's workshop. So we are still producing shields. Yep, so that is going to throw that off a little bit. What I think we could do, maybe these singles, we can do the bowyer's workshop and another blacksmith that's just dedicated to making iron parts. No. Oh, yeah. This one's going to be a armor. So armor, oh boy, is it worth it to have a dedicated iron parts maker? Probably not, because I don't think we're really needing to make the crossbows, and we don't need to spam them. We're just going to use those, and then we'll sell something else. I mean, they do sell for a decent amount relative to their cost, but still, it's probably easier just to spam sidearms to sell, because they sell for 6. So we'll figure it out. I'll leave that one open for now. So let's get up to 50 crossbows in total. We need to sort this other stuff out. So this one's nothing. This one's the armor's workshop. Let's get 50 helmets, and then we'll leave that alone. These ones aren't done yet, but we need to get them sorted as well. There you go, blacksmith. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we still have that. That's fine. We do need to produce iron parts. Actually, let's go ahead and make iron parts. We'll get up to 50, and then once we hit the 50 and have our 50 crossbows ready, then we'll switch it back to something else. All right, joiner's workshop. Wait, yeah, he can just continue to do that. That was what we already had set up. So this looks good. How much iron do we have? We have 300 slabs, so we're good. We are definitely good for a while. Weavers are done, so we can pull them back. How are we doing? I switched back to producing gambeson. Yeah, we're starting to sell some gambeson again. That's perfect. We have a lot of clothing saved up, 371, so we'll be good for many, many years, even as we increase our population levels. 10 months of food supply is fine. Fuel is down. It was up at 24. Now it's down to 21. So we need to keep an eye on that and see if that's actually an issue. But I think for now we're okay. We got another person back here planting their pears. So 2 more families and then we're good. Now these look like they might actually be mature fully. I wish they put a counter on here telling you how long they've been planted for. That would be kind of nice because I can't remember. This one's been around for a while though. This one produced 46. That's not bad at all. So if each one's producing around 50, we'll get around 300. And then these are 175 for one. That is so insane how much food they produce. It's all low tier. You can only use it for the first slot, but I think that's fine. One thing I also noticed, when you get up to 80% approval, you move into the, what is that, the second green tier, I guess? So passive income is +1 for level 2 and level 3 burgage plots. That makes a big difference because we're already getting a +2 from them, +1 for it being a level 2 and +1 from the perk. So now we're getting +3. So we're making a lot of passive income from these. And then you get a little bit of influence and then potentially 2 monthly migrations. So 2 families per month. That's pretty good. What I do want to do is expand some of these. So I want to get the crossbows though. I want to build these before we get our militia, or sorry, before we get our retinue out. So what else can we do here? Dude, I definitely, okay, yeah, why are they? No, we didn't produce any bows, that's fine. No, we did, we produced 4 war bows. It is what it is. Yeah, I decided I am going to turn this into a blacksmith. I don't want to have to micromanage the weapons and the weapon parts. So we'll have a second blacksmith. This small one is only going to be handling tools and also iron parts. I mean, right now they're helping just till we get up. We get that up to speed. Let's get rid of our smithy down here and we can put another bloomery if we need to. So that'll be 5 bloomeries. Probably too much. We have this many right now and we probably are outproducing our ore production. But that's fine. My pantry is full. Yeah, it's always going to be full in these things. So let's get these upgraded to tier 2 so they can have more storage. And it'll also allow us to make a little bit more money. We go 1 more family to go and we'll have all our pears. Hopefully they're planting the trees. So by upgrading this, our pantry goes up to 75 instead of the 37. Yeah, so basically doubles. That should help quite a bit. And there we go. Final family is in the burgage plot for the pears. Now we just need to get our pigs, these burgage plots filled, although they are still producing pork. Doesn't matter if there's people in them or not. That'll be good. But we are out of pork. We may not be able to keep up with that actually, so we might need to import some animals. Yeah, we might have to. It's not that big of a deal. We can always do that and then get a butcher, and then that will help supplement as well. Yeah, because right now we're relying on fish and pigs, but we're really expanding our population down here, and we're not really expanding the meat. So I'm thinking we might need to do that. There's nothing else that can satisfy that, right? It's just meat and fish. Yeah. Okay, well that does take a while, so I might do that soon. I think what else we need to do here. I accidentally started producing sidearms, which we were going to sell anyways. Let's go ahead and start exporting those down to 0. We have to open up a trade route for that. And then I switch this guy back to producing tools, and we'll make sure we stay capped out at 100. And then same thing with the iron parts. How are we looking on that? Iron parts 45, so just about where we need to be. And then crossbows 21, so we still need to produce those. Planks are okay. Yeah, everything's okay. The biggest issue right now is getting our food, the correct proportions of food ordered. So like we have way more veggies than we need. We have a little bit of a shortage on pears, but that's not going to be the case once we get this one rocking and rolling. I think the bread is probably going to be a little short, but that's, yeah, no, it might be a little bit, because if you look here, we're down to 69. So I'm also going to move up our ale target up to 200. I'm a little concerned that we're going to run out. I mean, we're okay right now, but even if we convert this malt over, we wouldn't have enough to hit our target of 150. So I have a feeling we were selling some of them. Actually, we can just look. So records, trade, let's look at the last 365. Yeah, we sold only 5. Okay, so we barely hit that. Yeah, that needs to be moved up. Yeah, I decided let's go ahead and build one of these. So we'll get a livestock trader, and then I'm going to have him set up back here. We will get a, where are you? Pasture, we need a sheep farm. So we'll get a sheep farmer right here. Technically, we don't need to. Technically, we don't need the sheep farm because essentially all he's doing is gathering wool. We don't need wool. We're just using the sheep to breed and get to that point where we can start chopping them up. So we don't technically need the sheep farm. That's interesting. But if we do the sheep farm, what we can do is have 2 tailor shops. We can have one that mass produces gambeson, and we can have one that produces clothes from wool. It's actually not a bad idea separating the two. So what we need to do is get the wool, get the yarn, and we're already getting close, so it's not really that big of a change from what we're already doing. So yeah, I think we'll do that. So we've got a sheep farm. We need to get a bunch of pastures. This whole area can be used, but I think what we'll do is try and keep it somewhat localized. So 24, if we make it wider, 27. Yeah, if you make it wider, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. So you're almost better off just making these real skinny ones. Let's try to get like 20. Oh man, yeah. The amount of space that you need to get just a small fractional increase doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, that's definitely bugged, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and put a bunch of these down. I'll be right back. There we go. We've got quite a bit of pasture land. And what does that go up to? 343. That's perfect. Probably way more than we need, but that's fine. So what we need to do is get this livestock trader up. We'll start importing lambs, and as they get older, they're cheaper to import, and then they'll grow old in a year. Or not old, but they'll mature, and then we can start chopping them up at some point. So we'll probably get a butcher's shop somewhere in this area. But we could probably do it right here. I don't see why not. Or maybe right here. It's loosely related to what we're going to do here. Actually, we also need another one. We need another duplex right in here. Yep, so we'll build one right there. That will be for... So one will be for gambeson, one will be for clothing. And then we can get another one right here, a butcher. I couldn't fit it in over here. You can't get the backyard extension for some reason, no matter what angle I did. On a duplex anyways. I can get a single and then another one with just a burgage plot with no backyard. So anyways, we'll put it right here. This will be really close to the one that's going to be storing all the meat. So we don't need it yet. We'll just prepare it, get it ready. Same thing here. We already have a lot of processing power in terms of turning yarn or the wool into yarn. So we're good on that. Yeah, we just need to get our animals in here and give them a couple years to start maturing and reproducing. So we'll work on that. So these things are pretty expensive. 23, and that's just for one lamb. So we'll import, I think 20. So 20 would be 460. Something like that. That's fine.